Hey, it's Rick with the Rock Bottom Outreach, and it is Real Talk Tuesday. Okay, we talked about yesterday Santa Claus, who at one time was St. Christopher. St. Christopher was trying to be Jesus, but yet, who is it we're trying to please? Santa Claus. Why do I say that? Because we tell our kids, you'll be on the naughty list. Santa's going to put charcoal, or whatever it is, or I don't know, a rock in your stocking, whatever the case may be. And so your kids right now at an early age are being taught, you need to be good so Santa Claus doesn't cross you off the list. Let me tell you something, man, that's so opposite of Jesus. It's so opposite in his grace and mercy. Here's the deal, man. We're teaching kids at an early age that it's performance based, okay? And so they believe hey, y'all, that's Guido. If y'all never seen Guido, that's Guido, and he's a gangster cat. Anyway, but we're teaching our kids now it's performance based. So when we do start to share the gospel about God and Jesus, and we talk about being obedient and how we go without sin, I'm going to tell you right now, you're setting a foundation for something you're going to have to correct, because God blesses you, but it's not based on your performance. Grace and mercy is not based on your performance. But you know, kind of like the Easter Bunny, we have to take the opportunity to explain to our kids why Easter exists. Okay? Jesus was crucified. So being that the eggs and the bunny hop and all that, and the rabbit ears, just the focus of Easter, utilize that because it's everywhere and explain really why we celebrate. Same thing here. Okay? Take an opportunity at Christmas when everyone focuses on Santa Claus to use what I'm telling you today. Santa Claus was St. Christopher. St. Christopher was a very humble man that gave it all away. And so we need to learn to not focus on us, but invest in others. Let me tell you why I use that word. I saw back in the day, people were investing in me, okay? And I didn't want to let anybody down, I'll be honest. And that was a driving force. I had to look and say, people are investing in me. What kind of return am I giving? And you can ask most of these rock bottom guys, and they'll tell you the same thing. Someone invested in me, and I'm paying it forward. And you know what, man? We can change the world one by one if we look at how someone invested in us and we invest in someone else. And how? We're giving it all away. I had a pastor years ago, and he was real. He said, Rick, we've helped your family more than anybody at this church. Financially, and it wasn't a little church, so that was not a compliment, but it was time he was real with me. And my point is this, we did some good stuff, but man, it was more about take than to give. And even at Christmas time, I'd go to the, payday loan and take out a loan and to say, oh, great, now we can buy our kids gifts. But a month later, we couldn't pay our electric bill. It's not, doesn't make much sense, does it? But we do it. But if we'll take the opportunity now to explain that Christmas is about giving it away. My goodness, it says in Proverbs 19:17, he says, he who is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward him for what he's done. So do you spend more time thinking about how people can bless you, how you can get something out of somebody? And I'm talking from experience. Something about addicts, man, we're good manipulators. We can get money. We can get some drugs. Get some food. Man, we can play the game. Straight up. Man, we'll probably get on the naughty list and manipulate Santa Claus into putting us back on there. Making him feel sorry for us. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. My parents treated me like this. But seriously, that's it. Someone's investing in you. Okay? Because they believe in you. There comes a time, man, you got to pay it forward in that investment. Or you're just going to take the rest of your life. You got to realize where you are, that you're responsible for that. You got to realize where you are, you're doing that to yourself. Stop blaming others. Because until you sit down and say, man, I don't want to be Santa Claus, man. I want to be Jesus. I want to bless others. Let me tell you something, man. You can't outgive God. You cannot outgive God. I watch all the time, man. People, the more they give, the more they receive. And that's not why they're doing it. Because God knows your heart, man. If you're giving just to get, it's not a Christ-like heart. But here's the deal. Take this opportunity right now to teach your kids. Before you say, have you made out your want list for Santa Claus? Is there a want list? Man, I used to go through the catalog, I think JCPenney's, and I circled what I wanted. And every year I circled a scuba diving outfit. And Santa never brought me that. I must have been an awful kid. Because I really wanted that scuba diving outfit, and he never brought it. I wanted the tank and the flippers, baby. But that was my mindset then. The first thing we say is, tell Santa what you want. Maybe your kids should sit there and say, Santa, how can I help you? How can I bless someone else? Your kid's never too young to learn to serve. I promise you. So we'll have no money. That's all right. You can smile. You can bake something. You can help someone. That's a blessing. I ask you today, man, to pray that you have a heart like Christ, not a heart like Santa Claus. It's time to give back, not take. Trick with Rock Bottom Outreach and Guido. It's been Real Talk Tuesday. Have a great day.